Tasty bites and timely tips to help you and your family get through the holidays healthier, less harried, and still enjoying the season. And so this week we're tackling the issue of so many tempting treats. So experts, what do we say to Mary from Albuquerque, who asks, how can we even hope to eat healthy during the holidays when everywhere you turn there are so many rich, tempting, and fattening goodies? So what do you think, Miss Cheryl?
Hi, thanks for asking. I'm Cheryl Boone, and I help women reverse autoimmune symptoms. So my suggestion is, if you're invited to a house party, is to call the host and ask if you can bring a dish. Everybody wants something new, so usually it's well welcomed. But it's a dish that you know that you'll be able to eat. And maybe the host is going to share the other foods, and so you can plan out your plan of attack for the night and still stay healthy. So a lot of times, if there's not going to be a lot to eat that I can eat, I'll make a small plate with some protein and vegetables or a protein shake and have that before I go, because you don't want to show up to the party having your first drink and being a little tipsy. So it is good to have some food in your stomach.
That's a good point. A little proactive, preventive action. That makes sense. So how about Cindy? What about you? What do you think?
Well, thank you so much, Nancy. And I'm Cindy Olson, and I am the 14-minute whiz. So I like to cook quick, but what I'm going to suggest is so many times people do not realize that they're hungry because they see something. But I'm going to tell you, you can use your other senses. A lot of times just drinking some water, but just don't drink water. I love to put flowers, especially at this time of year. So if you know that they haven't been grown with pesticides, put in some rosebuds, put in some lavender. All right, that's a great healer. Or just bring some lavender with you. Remember, this is what lavender looks like. And what's great about that is the smell is intense, and that will take away the hunger. And I also opt for the non-processed goodies. If I'm going to have a goodie, I want to make sure it's homemade, and I want to know the chef.
Yeah, let's go for the real goodies, right? Not this plastic synthetic stuff. Anyway, okay, cool. So hi, I am Nancy Lee Bentley. I'm the food and holistic health expert. When I am really working with the holidays as a healthy private chef, I know with my own clients and my own family that they just love and frankly can't tell the difference when I sneak in and substitute some of those more natural whole food ingredients like dried fruit, okay, and nuts, raw nuts, also natural sweeteners like honey and maple syrup and monk fruit and coconut sugar, right? And so these are delicious. They taste delicious. People can't tell the difference. And they do not lead to those nasty, unpleasant hangries and those sugar crashes. So, hey, Patrice, what's your suggestion to Mary?
Well, Mary, I'm Patrice Porter. I'm also known as the Gardening Grandma, and I bring that old-time survival skill of gardening to folks. And with that, I love to have alternatives, and nothing tastes better to me than fresh garden vegetables. So making yourself a healthy dip and a vegetable plate satisfies me, but also like at holiday seasons, there's often the Christmas baking, which used to get me every time. But so what I've done with that, if there's gatherings and there's going to be lots of Christmas baking, I'll bring myself something that I consider a treat, which Brazil nuts, which come out around Christmas time. And I bring them, the ones that are in the shells, so that it takes me a little while to consume them, and then I'm not tempted by all those other goodies placed out in front of me.
Take a little longer to get to it and then take it longer to eat. That's a great tip. So how about you, Terry? What do you think? What we should say to Mary?
Sure. Well, all of those are great ideas.
Yeah.
I'm Terry Roman, and I am a gut health coach, and I really help women resolve their gut health issues. So it's really important just to be mindful of, okay, your intention actually. What is your intention when you go somewhere? How many treats are you going to have? If you set that up ahead of time, it's really a good idea. And before you go, of course, have something that is healthy before you go. I like to have a salad, a nice big salad before I go. That way I'm really not hungry. So there's less room in my tummy for those treats. So then if I have, one or two of those treats, it's not so bad.
Oh yeah, like not waiting on that typical thing of like, oh, well, we won't eat because we're going to eat a lot at the party. Not a great idea, right? Yeah, anyway,
Right.
So